ASO Television, DSTV, Channel 392, Star Times Terrestrial, Channel 127, Free TV, Channel 507, People's TV, Channel 285, and UHF, Channel 38.
Good morning, Abuja. Good morning. It's nice to be here on your screen again in Agriculture for Today and Tomorrow with Daniel Black. How has your day been? How did yesterday go? Yesterday we talked about pig farming. I do not know if someone was inspired, but yet again we are continuing with that to to continually inspire and get more people to be interested in different forms of agriculture. And yes, we are continuing with our guest from yesterday, Omaye Blessing, the CEO of Ihotu Farms. You will have to correct me on that. Yes, she decided to go local with her business name, and that is beautiful because we continue to encourage both in terms of language and in terms of product, our local language and our local everything that we do should revolve around our local origin. So thank you, Omaye Blessings, for agreeing to come around today again to continue the conversation. Please correct us on the name of your farm.
Thank you. It's Oletoha Ihotu's farm. That's
great.
Eat, I eat is love.
Oh yes, you say it means?
Eat, I eat is love.
Wow! Eat, I eat is love farms. Oletoha Ihotu Farms. Thank you for being with us today. You're looking nice and kinky. Anything for us? You know, I'm always surprised, or each time you come on the show, I'm trying to put the person I'm seeing here and the image of a farmer in my head. So, would you like to join those two people together?
Well, passion and choice, it works together.
Yes, yes,
well,
yes.
I like looking good. I love it, and I like being corporate sometimes, most times.
Like you were yesterday.
Like I was yesterday. And I slay when I want to slay.
Great. Yeah, you had mentioned that yesterday, and it's interesting. It's an inspiration for young people because, like we discussed yesterday, so many young people still have the perception that farming is a dirty business. But with people like you, I like the fact that you are consciously redefining the image of farmers, and you're showing farmers that your dirtiness is not the ID card of farmers. That's interesting. So yeah, so we'll just delve straight into the conversation for today. Like we said, this is Agriculture for Today and Tomorrow, and it is a media for agri development project of GSAI. You know, at GSAI is an NGO that supports rural farmers, both livestock, crop, and other value chain players in the agricultural sector to adopt sustainable agricultural practices to maximize their yield and, of course, increase their economic potential. So today we are talking about pig farming and talking about sustainable ways of having pig farm and ensuring that we maximize our yield and, of course, increase the economic potential.
Ready to transform.
Is he ready?
Yes, like what I read recently.
Okay.
I read recently that his immediate task is to modernize and transform livestock.
Wow, interesting. Are you doing anything currently with them?
For now, no.
Okay, because you seem very interested. Okay, so let's say he's here in the room, or let's say he's watching you. He is a new minister. The ministry is fresh and new. It was carved out of the Ministry of Agriculture. So what would you advise? What would you be advising the new minister, Honorable Lidi Mukhtar, on what to do to support, to help, and then to, of course, modernize livestock farming in Nigeria?
Okay. If I'm privileged to advise him or to talk to...
You are. He probably is listening.
Now, he should empower the youth.
Wow.
He should empower farmers. Not even just pigs, but since he's already on the livestock, he should empower the youth. He should empower people, farmers who are into this.
See. I'm going to put you on the spot now. The word empower has been bastardized in Nigeria. When you say empower the youth, empower farmers, what do you mean by empower?
Okay, now knowledge comes when knowledge, let me say, okay, like some people who are already into the system now,
yes,
they can train other people, they can train other youth, they can train other people who has no idea about this. Because for me, pig farm, business is a lucrative business. And you see a lot of youths roaming about doing all manner of things. Sometimes some of them really do not wish to do all those things. If they are empowered financially and mental wide, some of them might not want to do that. So if I'm privileged to advise the minister, he should financially empower the youth, empower the farmers, and then intellectually by organizing training.
Great. So capacity development trainings, financial support should come in for young people to see that agriculture is very, very profitable and sustainable. Okay, that's beautiful. Then yes, I also want to correct. Yesterday, I think I casted the note. There were chips, and pig has become an elite commodity right now. So I'm sure pig farmers are really cashing out.
Yes.
This expensiveness of pig, is it just because some people will claim that the business they do, it is expensive, but everything is going in the capital? Does it translate to profit too for the farmer?
Of course.
It does.
Of course, yes.
Okay, great. So let's just do a summary, right? Can you run us through what it takes? When I say what it takes, just run us through a quick rundown of the one life cycle from when a pig was born to probably when it is table size and you're ready to sell it. What goes in between that period? Okay.
Pig mostly, once they are giving birth, within that short time, of course, we sell them at 8 weeks.
Okay.
And before that 8 weeks,
that's around 2 months.
Yes, before that 8 weeks, some of them are already pregnant.
Wait, 8 weeks from birth?
Yes.
An 8-week-old pig can get pregnant?
Yes.
Wow.
Because by the time we sell them out, we will notice that some of them are already pregnant before they are being sold out.
Is that not child abuse? In the pig world, is that not pig abuse? It's interesting to know. It's interesting to know. So you're telling me that within 8 weeks, right?
Yes.
Your pigs are you've already started recouping.
Yes.
You've already started making revenue. Let's call it revenue, right?
Yes.
So okay. So when they are born, how long do they suckle from their mother's breast?
Like. That's 2 months now. Between that first first day of birth,
yes, day one.
Till day one, thank you, day one till that 2 months, already they are stopping.
Okay, so some they can get pregnant even while still sucking their mother's breast.
Of course.
Interesting. So okay, that's great. So cash wise, let us say somebody is watching us today, and he has, what is the least amount you would say that somebody has? Because you on social media, you see someone say, advise me on what kind of business to do with this social amount. Some will say 100,000, some will say 200,000, and some will say. So there are so many young people that, like yesterday, you told us that pigs can actually be kept in a very neat environment, right?
Yes.
So, like, what is the least amount you think? Now, let's say this person doesn't have anything, does not have space, does not have land, does not have anything, but he says, wow, I see this very beautiful CEO of Eat Farms here, and I'd love to start. And like you said, you've started for a long time. Even when you had monumental loss because of headers clashes, you still had to start again. What is the least amount you think someone can start a pig business with? Okay,
like now they are of different species.
Yes.
We have the local and the agric. Okay. Of course, the prices are not the same. If you want to start with the local one, the truth is, the business is even in a way cheap or easy. You must not start on your own with a structure.
Okay.
You mustn't start on your own with a structure.
Yes.
If you know any of the farmers who is close to you and you trust the person, you can actually liaise with the person. Please, let me get one from you, or get one and put it in your custody. Are you there?
Yes.
I'll put it in your custody. As it yields or gives birth, this also percentage goes for me, this percentage goes for you. Of course, pigs gives birth to sometimes 16, 12, 14, 16, okay. 8 like that. So you can agree with the person, please, if this pigs gives birth, this also percentage goes to you, and this will be for me. Do you understand? So you must not have a structure of your own before you start. So based on your question, if you want to start for the with the local one, at least with 30,000 naira, then maybe the feeding, you can contribute with the feeding. Do you understand? Let's say maybe like 50,000 naira.
Okay.
Both the buying and the feeding. Do you understand? Depending on your agreement with the farmer. And if you are to start on your own, maybe you are capable enough and you want to start with your own, it's just to erect a little structure, maybe something of this nature, like a little bit lower than this. Little feet, and then put 2 pigs. If you
that is where I'm going to, right?
Okay.
So don't lose your thought, because this one you talked about partnership and trying to work. I will come back to that, right? Okay. But now let's say I want to do it on my own, no partnership, right?
Yes.
And you're saying a little structure. This. So how much do you think can set up that little structure? Can buy me 2 local pigs? Can do the minimum, barest minimum, provide feed for me to start up with? How much do you think I need to have to do that? Okay,
if you are going for the local one, let me say 150,000 naira or 200,000 is enough. If you are going for the agric beats, of course, because only that alone is going for over 100,000 naira. Okay. So at least maybe like 300,000. And again, depending on the location, if you are using cement blocks or local, all these, they are muddy blocks. So all those things too will come to place and determine how much. Do you understand?
Yes.
And so that's just it.
Okay, so if someone has 500,000,
of course, you can gladly
comfortably set up,
gladly,
and then have money to buy feed,
gladly,
have money to, like you said yesterday, you also consult with a veterinary doctor.
Yes.
So that 500,000, what can last him with? I know these are rough estimates, right? So with 500,000, he can't start. He can't buy feed now. He can buy feed until he's able to start selling piglets.
No, with 500,000 he can start feed, even take care of it with the vet doctor. He can equally, like it. Sometimes, like I told you before, is your agreement.
Yes,
is your agreement. But with 500,000, sincerely, you can start up a pig business on your own.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So yeah, because yesterday I was in a training with core members, and when we were talking about business and all, the question they asked, we just have 33,000 there. What kind of business can we start with, right? And when we were trying to let them know that with ingenuity, with audacity, you can actually start a whole lot of business, because you just mentioned now that you can actually go into an agreement. You have your 33,000.
Yes.
If you save it for 3 months,
yes,
you can actually go and meet someone that is actually already working,
yes,
and then you have some agreements. I don't have money, but I bought 1 pig.
Yes.
This pig will give birth. We can share it and all of that. So yes, I think young people should begin to should stop thinking of just cash as capital. They can actually use their other resources. You can even have a space, and then you call someone that has a pig. Okay, my friend, buy the pig. Come, let's use this my space, and then we share it. After 6 months, we go our separate ways, and by that time, you would have raised enough capital to run this. This is exciting.